2. This is part 2 because I've caught the button of the Talbot Express. So what I'm going to try and do now, I'm going to pull the choke out slightly. I'll tell you another problem I've got. If anybody can resolve this or tell me what it is, right, I'll show you. What I found is, right, the cable. Now I've read somewhere you can actually cap these off and just put a plug in them. Right, the electric cable from that, right, that cable was not powering up. This cable here is not powering. Right, I think it might be a break in the wire. It could be just a simple break in the wire. But what I did, I put a cable from there. Right, it goes here. Right, but that's the cable. Right, I've been putting it in the battery. Right, but I found when I do that, the ignition's on all the time, and you can't stop it once it starts. You have to unplug that to, if you know what I mean, to get it to stop. Because if you turn the key at the ignition, it won't stop. But if that's not on, it stops and starts. Okay, but I think I've got to have that there, definitely power going to that to make that work. So, there's that like a little plug inside that. There's like a bit what plugs in. I've seen it where they put a bolt on it, so I wonder whether that'll sort it out. But how does that affect the electric side of it? I don't know. Because I'm not sure about that part about it. Right, is there any fuel in it? I think there's a little bit of fuel. There's not a deal actually in it. I really need to fill it up, to be honest with you. Right, so right now, if you look, the ignition's on, but the keys are in my hand. Right. So what I'm going to do, make sure she's out of gear, right, and then I'm going to see how many turns it takes, or what hassle I have, unless I get a flat battery, it takes to start. I'm going to give it a couple of pumps. Right, that's one now. I find now, right, the first one, right, whether there's fuel in the carb I don't know, but now it's like it not want to know. Well, I must be getting summit because it's by that lead. That's that one I turn. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a little bit of a mess about this morning because I know for a fact it's not started on the first one. We'll turn that one, see if that alters it. We'll try something different this morning. Give it a couple of pumps. Wow, well, it looks like I've done it, I think, and it's revving up as well. Normally it takes me about 10 tries, so I'm going to move that a little bit more. Right, so we have a bit of a puff from there. I think there's a crack in the pipe there. Whether that's affecting it, I don't know. So what we'll do, we'll try again. As you can see at the moment, I don't think it's the plugs because she's had new plugs in it. That were a nightmare of a job and all. Right now, as you can see, right, we'll give her a bit of acceleration for a bit of fuel. She could be like going low on fuel now. Bit of acceleration. But when she warms up, she's fine. It's got to get her to warm up. Is it a common thing? Like I put the choke in a little bit. Is it a common thing with these? You know what I mean? But I had a diesel a few years back, but that wasn't too bad. Like I say, diesel, that used to start straight away. It's got fuel in it. It's clean fuel. I've drained all the old out of it. I say she's ticking over now. But that, I think, you know, if I was on site, that would actually do my head in, just that stop and starting. So I've just got to correct that in a way. And tell me anybody what they think of this old Ford Probe. She's had some work done on her sill underneath there. I think there's been a bit at the front. I think this one was done this side and all. You can see the paintwork. My idea with the Ford Probe, by the way, I've seen some paint. It'd be ideal really for the campers, you know, on the roof. It's called rapid paint. It's like it's advertising like dinosaur, like a rapid, but it's absolutely a fantastic effect. It gives it like this effect, this ripple effect, but it looks fantastic. I'm going to do the roof in that. I'll do that in the summer when it warms up a bit. Tell me what you think of my Ford Probe. 1 year's MOT on that Ford Probe. I've seen these in auctions. I think the one fetched about 5,800 quid. It was probably 20-30,000 less on clock than that one. But the Talbot's done. My Talbot's only done 40,000. Right, I'm gonna turn the timing down now. Push the choke in. And it's revving up, it's ticking over all right now, and there's no smoke in now. Like I say, when I say a minute, it could be 30 seconds, you know what I mean, the smoke. But, like I say, it might need a little bit more choke. She's probably cold, she hasn't been run for a few days. Properly, anyway. I could do with some wheel trims for it. I've seen somebody with one of these on. I was watching her videos, Carol I think her name is, she's got one similar to it. But I think this one's more the newer body one. I think only a bit of rust I've actually seen on it. Like I say. Alright buddy, how we doing? I'm gonna go now.